Hey guys, it's me, Law and Order, from the 1987 G.I. Joe action figure line. The New 80s Revolution wanted me to come on here and tell you that we would no longer be using the G.I. Joe theme song as part of our opening montage. That's because a copyright claim was brought to us against the company Dick Entertainment. That's right, the same Dick Entertainment that brought you the G.I. Joe cartoon back in the 80s. They won't let us use the theme song to G.I. Joe. So, every episode of Collecting is Half the Battle will be introduced to you by one of us, the G.I. Joe action figures. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Collecting is Half the Battle, Episode 2. And thanks a lot, Dick.
Well, all right. Thank you very much, Law and Order, for bringing us to the table, like you always do. And thank you very much, Dick Entertainment, for your copyright claim. DIC. I don't know, they had something to do with the G.I. Joe cartoon back in the day, I suppose. Anyways, good evening, boys and girls. Jason up of the New 80s Revolution, down here in the cave for another exciting episode of Collecting is Half the Battle. Witness one man's journey to complete a G.I. Joe collection from scratch. Episode 2, right now. Tonight we are going to talk about the vehicles that I already have. So I told you last time that this collection got started from a very generous friend of mine, friend of the channel, who put together a nice care package for me. And I went and picked it up at a local toy show. And he gave me a heck of a deal and got the G.I. Joe collection jump started. And I'm going to show you what I got. I'm going to show you what I got from him. And I had a couple of scraps laying around for the past year. If you've been watching the show, you'll know that that I have grabbed an item here and there as I prepared to start the collection. And so I've got a little bit of backstock. But the main bulk, the main haul, the main entry into this collection was started by my friend Ron just a month ago. So you're going to see most of the stuff that I got from him tonight. So tonight I'll be showing off the vehicles that I already own. We'll talk about the years that they came out, and we'll go from there. Last time, episode 1, I didn't really talk about why I was starting this collection, why I was taking on this endeavor, this deep, intimidating quest of a G.I. Joe collection. Oh, which, by the way, I've decided to go 82 to 89. 82 to 89 is going to be my focus. That could take a while, so years from now when I decide that I'm done, will I then venture into the 90s? Doubtful, but you never know. So 82 to 89 is the focus. And, so why? Why am I doing this? You guys know me as the wrestling collector, the LJN wrestling figure, wrestling superstars collector. That's kind of how this channel got its legs. And in fact, if you've watched some other shows, some earlier shows of mine, I talked pretty openly about how I wasn't interested in the G.I. Joe toy line as a kid. And that's only because I was so enthralled with LJN figures, with wrestling figures in general, that no other toy line had a chance. But I had a little bit of a lot of things. So I had a few G.I. Joes and a few vehicles as a kid, specifically Sky Striker, this amazingly huge airplane, and the Mobat tank, M-O-B-A-T tank. I remember having as a kid, and some figures, and I would play with them like for 7 minutes, and then I would go back to playing with wrestling figures. I had some of everything. I had some Star Wars figures. I had some Matchbox cars. I had some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had some starting lineup figures. So as a kid, I had a little bit of everything, but I had a lot of the wrestling figures. And so really, G.I. Joes didn't have a chance with me. The toys, anyway. The cartoon, on the other hand, I watched pretty regularly. In fact, it was part of my before school routine. In my area, G.I. Joe would come on, 84, 85 at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And so while I was getting up for school, I would watch G.I. Joe first thing in the morning from my bedroom, right? I had a TV, kind of one that looked like this thing. I had a little 13-inch TV in my room as a very young kid. And so at 8 years old, the house is starting to wake up. Everybody's getting ready, getting into the bathroom, and I'm reaching over and turning on that TV dial and laying in bed, wiping the sleep out of my eyes, watching a little G.I. Joe first thing in the morning. So the cartoon meant a lot to me. And as I got into this 80s obsession, right, this collection obsession, the G.I. Joe line was always something that just hung in the back of my mind as kind of a grail collection, right? It's such a deep, deep, deep collection that like we've said on here so many times. It's so large, it's so deep, and I was always sidetracked with other stuff. So I didn't want to get into it. I knew when I got into it, it was going to be the only thing I did. And so I wanted to get the Ghostbusters out of the way. I wanted to get the Rambo figures. I wanted to get the Chuck Norris figures. I wanted to get all the Dukes of Hazzard stuff that I want. So I knew that when I started this, I wasn't going to be sidetracked by any other collections. And so that time has come. That time is now, where my main focus is going to be this toy line, this extremely deep toy line. So that's why I'm doing it. And it's already gotten in. It's already bled into me. I'm excited about this. I'm having some fun writing some stuff down in notebooks like I used to as a kid. Having my little checklist of vehicles and figures right here, old pen and paper style. Yeah, I could go on yojoe.com and I could have my spreadsheet in Excel, but pen and paper is where it's at if you're going to have yourself a checklist. Check it off the list. Not highlighted in an Excel spreadsheet. So, I have told you all many, many times that I have the greatest fans in YouTube land. The greatest friends of the channel of all time. And throughout the years, the last couple of years, many of you have loved what I do so much or appreciated what I do so much that you box up some stuff and send it to me. And I'm always blown away when that happens. And one episode in to collecting is half the battle? It's already happened again. One of you out there, actually two of you out there, were so generous and so kind to add already to this collection just because they appreciate what I do. So last week or so, somebody reached out to me and asked if they could send me some stuff. This person you might have seen in the comments. Their name is Lady Pop Hunter. My guess, and I could be wrong, my guess is that she's a lady and she's into pops. I don't know. That's my guess. But her and her loved one have a YouTube channel called Open by Chance. Right? You guys know how to spell that. I don't need to. There's no strange words in that. Open by Chance is their YouTube channel. Go check them out. Lady Pop Hunter and her beau. Open by Chance is their channel. What are they doing over there on Open by Chance? Well, they're unboxing. They're doing reveals. They're doing reviews, tours, pop culture entertainment, including action figures, toys, comics, cartoons, sci-fi, classic TV, retro, vintage, and modern. My man David and his she-bride, Lady Pop Hunter. Check them out. Open by Chance. Check them out on Instagram. Open by Chance. And if you want to get a hold of them, if you want to send them an email, thanking them for sending me something, atomiccandyproductions@gmail.com. Open by Chance. Go check them out right now. Finish watching this episode and then go check them out. Open by Chance. Well, the package came today, and I kind of forgot. So they sent it in a I think it was an Amazon box. I was like, what the? And it was addressed to me. Like, what did I order from Amazon? I didn't order anything from Amazon. And when I started opening it, I said, oh yeah, I got some stuff. And my boy, who's just getting over some nasty, flu-y strep throat thing, was hobbling over right next to me. Let me see what you got. Well, let me show you what I got. And as always, I'm standing there in the kitchen. I'm ripping this box open. I'm going through it. I'm talking to myself. I'm freaking out. It's just great. Maybe I should film these unboxing things. Maybe I should show you how genuine my reaction is when I get stuff in the mail like this. So let's just get right into it, or else this is going to be like a 1-hour show. First thing that came out of the box was this thing. I didn't put it together yet, but this is the Manta. This is one of the vehicles from, well, not vehicle, it's a, it's kind of like a windsurfer thing. Is that the correct thing, a windsurfer? From 1984, the G.I. Joe Manta. I didn't put it together, but it's all in there. And when I do put it together, it's going to look like a windsurfer thingy. Yeah, G.I. Joe Manta, 1984, from my friends at Open by Chance. We have a Duke figure, ladies and gentlemen. A 1983 Duke from Open by Chance. This fried my skull. This is a Lifeline figure. So Lifeline was first released, I think, in 87 or so. I've got the old book right in front of me here. I don't want to stall too much by looking up stuff. And I probably should have had this stuff written down. It's not 87, or it's not 88. Could be 87. I don't know. But this figure, Lifeline, was released in 87 or so. That's fine. But then in 1991, Kellogg's Rice Krispies had an exclusive. Back when cereal toys, the toys that you got in cereal boxes were important, were valuable to a kid, were of pretty decent quality. Well, in 1991, Kellogg's Rice Krispies must have been running a little G.I. Joe promo, a little cross promotion. and Lifeline was re-released. The thing about this is it's sealed in its original Rice Krispie promotion bag. Yeah, that's right. A bag that came from Kellogg's carrying Lifeline figure. It's from 1991. This figure will stay forever in its original Rice Krispie bag. Awesome. Awesome. I've got one of these rare mail-away baggies. Sealed. Who keeps it sealed? Nobody keeps it sealed. But I got them. Thanks to Open by Chance. You know, when we're talking G.I. Joes, the goodies that came in each figure's packaging was almost as good as the figure. The posters, the checklists. Man, they were... Look at this thing. I could sit and stare at this for hours. Look at this thing. This glorious checklist that came in the G.I. Joe packaging. So I love getting these. I love seeing these around. This was in the package. A triple win game, a scratch-off game. Grand prize. So they were doing this back in the day too. They would add these scratch-offs to your packages, I guess. I don't know, a little promotion, a little something. Scratch off and win. Check back for winning numbers. What's the winning number? I don't know. Oh, 843 is the winning number. And this sorry person got 976. They didn't win, but they could have won a giant screen TV, VCR, and camera, and the G.I. Joe film library. That's pretty awesome. So we've got one of these pretty cool, neat little rare, I assume. I mean, who has this? Once you lose, this thing gets tossed out. Oops, I lost, and you throw it out. You don't keep it. Well, they kept it, and they gave it to me. So this is awesome. What else is in here? Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is an order form. This is how you got a lot of stuff back then. There were a lot of special mail-aways with the G.I. Joe line. And those figures usually weren't re-released. So when they were a mail-away, you had to get it through the mail, or else you weren't getting it. And this one is actually the Manta Secret Backpack Windsurfer mail-away order form, along with Duke. And what do you know? I've got Duke, and I've got the Manta. So I wonder if these guys ended up getting this from this mail-away. So there's your mail-away order form. Here's another one. Oh, this is for Manta and the Hooded Cobra Commander mail-away. Also a very, good figure to have. A very collectible figure, being a mail-away. Just awesome stuff. What a great time being a kid. Sitting there. You know how much this was? The Manta was 5 flag points. Okay, so 5 proofs of purchase. And $1. Offer good until January 31st, 1985. Cobra was 7 flag points and $1. Offer good until January 1985. What a time to be a kid. You get this thing, all you need is $1. You got your scissors, you're cutting out your proof of purchase. You got your 4 quarters. You get your little pen. You get your sloppy little 8-year-old handwriting to try to fit your name and address on these tiny little lines. Send it in the mail. You get yourself a figure. You know what I used to do? I used to fill all of these out when they would come in magazines, like wrestling stuff, mail away stuff. As soon as I got the magazine, I'd grab the pen and start filling it out, just in hope that it just projecting into the future that I might get to order some stuff. I would lay there and just fill out the order forms. What a simple time to be alive. Oh, wow. What is this? G.I. Joe, for G.I. Joe team members only. So this again, I don't know. You could join the G.I. Joe fan club, and you'd get these fun little letters and pamphlets. This is so great. Here's another one. Top secret, to be opened by loyal G.I. Joe team members. Dear G.I. Joe team member, you got yourself a not personalized, but whatever. You got yourself a letter from Duke. So if you were a part of look at this, man, oh man. If you were a part of the G.I. Joe team, the fan club, you would get these special offers in the mail. And there's a whole order form here. You could order vehicles and figures for like less than $5 each. The Hooded Cobra Commander, $1.75. The Hiss, the high-speed Sentry. That's I think that's the helicopter. $4. Look at this stuff, man. That's not the Hiss. The Hiss is something else. The Fang is the helicopter. Anyway, that's from Open by Chance. Another one of these awesome, and this is kind of an early one, I think. This is early on, an early poster / catalog / checklist, all from Open by Chance. Something that I noticed in here that kind of blew me away a little bit. This award, I assume given out to G.I. Joe team fan club members, says that Jason Knupp has participated in the Live the Adventure Assignment 1. This award is presented along with the G.I. Joe Force Commander, with the rank of G.I. Joe Force Commander. So I apparently am a official Force Commander. G.I. Joe, signed by Colonel Clayton M. Abernathy, or Hawk, as we know him. So, a wonderful batch of goodies from Lady Pop Hunter and Open by Chance. And there's always a letter. And I'm going to read the letter, because I want my fans to know how awesome you all are. Hello, Jason. Hello. This is, David and Lady Pop Hunter. I think her real name is Lady Pop Hunter. That's weird. Who would know back then when she was born that Pops would even be a thing, but whatever. This is David and Lady Pop Hunter from Open by Chance on YouTube. Check them out if I haven't mentioned that. We have been fans of your channel for several years. When you were with your co-host. Who? I had a co-host? We enjoy your tours and discussion of your collection. Your passion and knowledge of the figures are appreciated. You have inspired us to create a nostalgic museum of our own. I love hearing that when you people get inspired by me to create your own little world of awesomeness. You've inspired us to create a nostalgic museum of our own with all your 80s memorabilia. It truly brought us back, and in 2019 we made that dream a reality by building a toy museum in our basement. Yeah. So we wanted to thank you for the inspiration to move forward. We wanted to show our appreciation and say thank you with these figures. I hope they find a place in your new G.I. Joe collection. Continue with your passion and drive for collecting, and congrats on your new career move. I hope you have great success. Yours truly, Lady Pop Hunter, David, and the whole Open by Chance YouTube organization. Thank you. Thank me. You can't thank me. Don't thank me. Thank you for caring enough about this channel that we've grown to, 1,600 subscribers strong, and we're diving into G.I. Joe. So thank you for even watching. If you didn't watch, I wouldn't make videos. I wouldn't sit down here and drink beer. So for those of you who like to hear me ramble, stay tuned. We're going to keep rambling. Okay, 1982 vehicles. What do I have so far? I have the Jump. Is this a vehicle? No, but it's not a figure, so I'm going to call it a vehicle. This is the Jump from 1982, and the Jump is kind of a futuristic concept, jet propulsion area platform thing. Here's your jetpack, and so your figure straps on this pack, gets to this landing pad, and takes off. You can't take off unless you're standing on the jump pad. This is not complete, unfortunately. It is missing a little hose. Just a hose that connects from here to, I don't know, somewhere on here. That's it. Oh, here to here. Little peg there. Anyways, that's it. That's all that's missing on this little jump pad. So I'm on the lookout for that, obviously. So that's vehicle number 1 of the collection, the 1982 Jump. Also from 1982 is the Ram. Apparently the vehicles in 1982, the creator had no desire to make them any longer than 3 or 4 letters. So this motorcycle is called the Ram. So this is the 1982 Ram. And it's got your, I don't know if this is like a, so it's got this side weapon, right, that detaches, and you've got a pretty decent motorcycle. And then this reattaches so that you can, shoot but miss Cobra. Because if you do recall from the cartoon, G.I. Joe and Cobra were the worst shots of all time. Not a single laser, not bullet, but not a single laser ever hit its target in G.I. Joe. Those guys couldn't hit the side of a barn with an elephant anywhere. That's right. Okay, 1982. So that's it for 1982. Those are the vehicles that I have from 1982. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, including the Mobat, which is the motorized tank that I did have as a kid. On to 1983. The biggest vehicle that I currently own is the APC. What does APC stand for? I don't know. It's probably something like personnel carrier or something like that. The amphibious personnel carrier. Now, what does amphibious mean? Well, I think you can dive deep into the wetness of the water. This is a awesome giant personnel carrier, doubling as a storage container. So you can sit all your Joes, you can sit like 16 or 20 G.I. Joes in this bad boy and drive them to the battle. Or you can store your G.I. Joes in here. And it came with these little seatbelt type strappy thingies. And then you pop the top back on there and you got yourself an amphibious personnel carrier. You snap it on like so, is what you do. Anyway, and somebody can man that weapon that's going to miss its target. Front of this also opens up so that you can get your driver and your passenger in there nicely. The APC, there was a variant with a green top. Not too much more expensive than this camouflage style top. So I'll be on the hunt for the APC with the variant top. Just cause it's an easy variant to get. Continuing on, 1983 is the Cobra Hiss. Here. So, I don't know, tank kind of thing. Came with its own driver, which I have, but we haven't gotten into the figures yet. We haven't talked figures. It came with, who did it come with? Hang on, it came with The Enemy figure. Figure's name is The Enemy. So I do have The Enemy. We're just not talking about him yet. The loose pins in this gun were quite a complaint. Not a complaint, but a problem for later collectors or kids who played the heck out of these. So, these are supposed to sit at about that kind of angle, but it's kind of loose, and so that's about as good as, that's the angle that I can get them at. Or we're just going to keep it like that. But the Cobra Hiss, ladies and gentlemen, complete. Couple of variants, sticker variants. So, you can get the Cobra Hiss with gray or white 788 stickers. That's not happening. I'm not going after that. That's crazy. I guess there goes Christian Hayfernader's dream of me having a complete G.I. Joe collection. I'm not going to get the sticker variant. Sorry, that's out. Next up for 1983 is the Cobra Fang. The Cobra Fang helicopter. As you can see, 4 detachable missiles with the Cobra Fang. Looks pretty good to me. This is not missing anything that I can tell. This part is often lost. Actually, it's missing a bomb. It appears to be missing a bomb. I don't know where that bomb would go, though. I don't know, maybe across the front. But I might have it. I found a bomb on the floor, so I might actually have that missing bomb. But there is your Cobra Fang, again from 1983. Moving on to 1984, the Manta that I showed you guys from my friends at Open by Chance. The G.I. Joe Manta Windsurfer. Going to be put together soon. From 1985, we have the Bomb Disposal Unit. And this is actually missing a front plow kind of thing. And the Yo Joe store on eBay is awesome at getting replacement parts and weapons for all of your G.I. Joes. So when I get something like this and it's missing a plow, I don't care, because for $3.99, the Yo Joe store on eBay is going to send me one, and I'm going to complete my figure. And I kind of like that. I kind of like getting something like this that's missing something and then going and tracking down that missing part. So, you know, that opens the door to getting maybe some cheaper stuff because it's not complete, and then going and completing it for a few extra bucks. So this is the bomb disposal unit. My guess is you kind of scoop up the bomb and, I don't know, do something with it, and you dispose of the bomb is what you do. So that's from 1985. Also from 1985 is the weapons transport vehicle, which is right here behind me. This is pretty neat. Small little weapons transport vehicle. You know, you can safely transport this high explosive, and if anybody gets in your way, you can pume them, as my boy used to say. You'll miss, but you can take some shots at them. That's from 1985. From 1986, the Cobra Hydro Sled. And I really liked water toys as a kid. Like, like something like this, or the other boats or submarines that came with other stuff. Because I really liked the idea of being able to, you know, play in the pool or something like that. And the commercials always looked awesome, right? The kids always looked like they had this just ingenious creation, right, of a G.I. Joe world. They had the water right there. They could slide the hydro sled into the water. So we got one of those. Nice and complete. The Cobra sled, Cobra Hydro sled. The Dreadnoks, which we'll get into, the subgroup. You got your G.I. Joes. You got your Cobras. And then you got your Dreadnoks. And like I said, we'll get into those when we talk about the figures that I have already. But they had their own little machine here, the Dreadnok Thunder machine. Is mine. And it's missing one part, one little part that I will get. I will track down very easily. And for a few bucks, I will complete this vehicle. From 1986, the Dreadnok Thunder machine. Sergeant Slaughter and his Triple T tank. So this was packaged with one of 3 or 4 Sergeant Slaughters that were a part of the G.I. Joe line. He made his entrance into G.I. Joe in 1986. And this is I think his first vehicle, the Triple T. Also complete. There you have it. 1986. 1987. The simple but impressive and effective Cobra Jet. It's cool. It's cool. The Cobra Jetpack that is now currently missing a bomb that I will place back on here for ye. And then this thing. And I don't know where it goes. Oh yeah, I do. Back here. Anyway. Put that on later. The Cobra Jetpack. No, not the Cobra Jetpack. Yes, the Cobra Jetpack, sorry. 1987 Cobra Jetpack. Little vehicle. Little fun little thing. And these I think were like $3.99 back in the day, you know, at Toys R Us. Representing 1988 is the RPV, the remote piloted vehicle. I assume that this little launcher McGee somehow has enough power to launch this missile off into Cobra Land, missing its target completely, or hitting its target while all of the Cobra enemies go running just seconds before it hits. But this is from 1988, the remote piloted vehicle. That's that. That's it for the vehicle so far, guys. So some representations from many of the years that I'll be collecting. I don't have anything from 1989, but I have from 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, and 82. And so as we're picking these off, they come off the checklist, and I'll show them to you guys. So again, this is all pretty much from one guy. Again, my friend Ron, who put together a nice package for me. And on episode 3, we're going to take a look at the figures that I already have. And we're going to do it in the same style. They're all spread out from 82 to 89. I'll show you what I got. And then, future episodes are basically going to be when I get stuff, I will make an episode. There's no reason to make an episode if I haven't gotten anything new. But this thing is this is ramping up. This is gaining some speed. So we're not going to go long without me adding something new to the collection. If any of you are crazy enough to send me something, then you'll have an episode dedicated to you, because, that'll probably be, it for the week, or what I get for, that period of time. So anytime I get something, I'm coming on here and I'm showing you guys what I got. And the area is gonna need work, right? So the area is just a work in progress. That wall is a work in progress. I want that wall, that area, to be the backdrop of future collecting is half the battle episodes. I want you to be looking at the stuff that I have in the background, kind of like when we did the LJNs. I would sit in front of the LJN. So I want to figure out what I'm going to do over here to turn this into more of a G.I. Joe world, so that you guys have some eye candy in the background. So that is it for episode 2. Again, a magnificently huge thank you goes out to Lady Pop Hunter, David, and Open by Chance. Go check them out now. I want their subscriber count to jump by 1,600. I want all of you to go check them out and send them some love for sending me some love. Open by Chance on YouTube. Go check them out. Episode 2 in the books. Collecting is half the battle. We will see you all next time when we take a look at the figures that I currently own. See you soon. Good night now.